What a wild few weeks, man. I've turned $50 into $1,500 so far in just this account. My other account, I started with the $50 and it's up to $1,000 as of right now. I just wanted to play with some little money, but this is where we're going at it. And right now on Zoomex, my link is also in the description if you want to sign up and follow as well, because my plan is to try to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. We will see how this happens. You got to be super aggressive with stuff, so I have to have perfect entries on this. What is going on currently for Ethereum? Because I've mainly been trading a big position in Ethereum, which sometimes the entire account. I'll trade the entire account on one single trade, which is incredibly risky, but the key is to use lower leverage and have a good entry. So my goal has been buying into selling red. Anytime I see red back up to a support level, boom, I will buy and get right on that scenario. On the daily here, actually, let's move to the weekly for Ethereum. Where do I see price going? Because currently I just closed out of a trade for Ethereum. This last one, I got back in this morning when I saw it get down to $3,030. I was going, is that too early to get in? But then we just had an engulfing candle and I was whizzled. So I had to hop in to zoom this track up, or at least this account, to try to get this one up to 10,000. If I can get this one to 10,000, I'll be happy. Then I can zoom back out and I can trade much bigger position sizing for this small account. Because truthfully, if you're going to trade a very small account, you have to be risky because you're not able to make big money. Yes, I know as a trader on your larger accounts that are 20 grand or more, having position sizes or risk tolerance that is between 1% and 5% is going to keep you around for a very long time. But market right now, the market has been pumping up. So I'm like, hey, down here at 2,000, I'll start this whole plan of going from $50 to 10,000. So anyway, it's been fun. It's been a journey, and we'll see. Because anyway, I am digressing. My point here is we have some resistance. And if you followed me on my socials, you know that my price target was right around the $2,200 mark before we were going to see potentially a pullback. Could we potentially get up to the 2,500? Yeah, I could see us coming up to 2,500 here before a pullback. But man, the weekly, so far, this is a strong candle on the weekly. If I'm going with the daily right now, it's still a strong candle. If I go to the 4-hour, the 4-hour has a doji, which is telling me, yeah, it's ready for some sort of a pullback. And where would I like to get back in on here? Ideally, I would like to get back in at 3,000. That is where I'm going to put some limit orders in, and it'll probably be above 3,000 because I had my limit orders in last night at 3,000, and where did we hit? We hit 3,043, and I ended up having to get in at 3,100 or so. Still made a little bit of money, but I closed out. Could have been quite a bit more. Now, what I'm really looking at is I'll have a small order in right around the 30.50, a bigger order in for a large wick to just briefly touch below 3,000, and that's where my plan is. For Bitcoin, my large Bitcoin trade here, it's only 54%, but my leverage is 10,000. So I literally have the majority of the account right now for that $800 account for, gosh, just in current Bitcoin. And I've locked in profits on it because I got in at 51,700 and now we're right around the 54,500. And if you want any of a small bonus, these are both really good platforms. I use both of them, Zoomex and also MEXC. MEXC's got some more user-friendly. I would say it's more technical tools that you could use. Zoomex is more beginnerish that I'm using right now. That's to show you. It's very elementary, but it's easy to work with. Very easy to work with. If I'm going with Bitcoin here, where is Bitcoin going? If you've, again, followed me, I have been talking about a price target of right around $59,000 before the halving, before we see a pretty big pullback. And that's where we're relatively heading. But I wouldn't mind seeing another pullback to that 51, 52-ish range down here before that pops up. And the reason being is just simply we've got support here. If I'm looking at the resistance, well, we're close. We're very close to the resistance of where we're at with 55,000 before this happens. This, to me, I feel we're going to have some selling pressure here. So I'm really thinking about taking profits on that trade right now and waiting for another red day. Definitely red day. The week is looking good. This is a very, very strong candle. It is going to close here inside of 3 hours, and we'll see. But that's really strong. I'm going to expect some sort of a red level of potentially retracement here, and I'd like to get in right around 52 again, would be nice. So I'll probably put in some limit orders here right around the $53,000 mark to see where that hits, because right now buying into this, we're losing strength. We're definitely losing strength. However, I do see us going to 59 to 60 before the halving and staying in this range for a little bit above 50 until midsummer or so, and we'll get another gigantic leap to new all-time highs. And my targets there are realistically all-time highs above 70,000 to 100,000 before Christmas. This is going to be very interesting. So now we're just focusing in on buying weakness, trying to buy weakness. Right now, this is massive strength. We want to try to get in on some red in here. People were loading up, tanked, and we had a tweezer bottom, and boom, going up here. Looking for some small pullback here before we can continue to go up. Anyway, this is Johnny Crypto. I'm here to help you guys make some money.